Happy Thursday afternoon, familia. So I'm making a video for you that is about my father's protective aura. It's a spiritual aura. And if you look here, what Maggie and I have done, we have created a triangle, and I'm going to describe what this triangle is about. Now, all of you know that I always provide 1-minute summaries to describe what I'm going to talk about. So for those of you who don't want to watch the entire 30 to 40 minutes, this is going to be it. What I'm going to present to you in this video is 9 to 10 different signs that this space here represents my father's spiritual aura, and I'm going to go over it. And I'm going to also show you in this site all of those different spots, those signs, those signals, and everything else, also in connection to my weekend that just went by. So that is the 1-minute summary, and the final part of this video also addresses how, in my opinion, my father's spirit wants to be addressed and so forth. Now this video is not being made so I'm trying to convince you of something, or I'm trying to sell you on something. The whole purpose of this video is to say that for me personally, going through some big stuff recently, this aura gave me the support and the warmth that I needed. Now let me go into the program now. So that's the 1-minute summary of it, okay? So what I wanted to tell you is this spiritual protective aura is something that I'm a big believer in. Next to my bed is this book, Apariciones, right? And I found this recently. It's from Mexico, and it talks about all of the wonderful signs and symbols that Mexicanos have seen in their lives pertaining to blessings and appearances. So I'm a firm believer in this. Over the years, I have been a big fan of the saints, right? I'm a non-practicing Catholic. I know many of you would prefer that I wasn't that way, but I'm a big believer in Spanish, Mexican, Catholic mysticism and the mystics and the saints, because I think there's so much we can learn from them. So this is the basis of where I'm at. Now, aside from that, I will say that, as most of you know, growing up, everyone thought I was Jewish, right? So I have been very active in the Jewish community here in San Antonio the past 10 years. I sit on the education committee of Temple Bethel at the Jewish, and that's been almost 9 years of volunteer work with the girls with Temple Bethel. In fact, I was over there just 2 days ago attending a lecture because I sit on the education committee at the JCC, the Jewish Community Center. They're putting up a $40 million building, and I was selected to sit on the marketing committee of this new building, which will house the new Holocaust Center. So I'm a big fan of Kabbalism within Judaism, and this pertains to signs, symbols. What does the other side want to enlighten us with in terms of blessings, signs, symbols, and so forth? Now, my father, and by the way, we are at, obviously, his cemetery site. My father always loved history, and I have been acquiring books about the Jewish population in Spain and those who came over. My Ancestry.com shows that I'm 15% Ashkenazi Jewish, and they unfortunately have a long history of having cancer. My father had cancer, I've had cancer, and Jews that are Ashkenazi have a higher propensity for cancer. So the Jewish world has always been a part of our lives. My father loved going to Jewish sites. My mother's always been a very big fan of the Jewish world. And in the jewelry business, everyone thought I was Jewish, and I operated in that space. Even now, people do think I'm Jewish. So let me see what else. Okay, so that is some background information about what has been happening. So what I wanted to share with you, and I might as well share it with you right now, this past Sunday, so the events that I'm going to be talking about would have happened this past Sunday and Monday. So Sunday was the 10th. Now on Sunday the 10th, I had a great chance to speak to this Holocaust survivor. Her name is Eva Balazar. She is a German Jew. She escaped Germany and emigrated to Ecuador. and I met her Sunday. We had a beautiful conversation. So this is going to be relevant in a few moments. Now, the whole story of this triangle, this magic triangle, starts with this piece of cloth. Now, I'm going to move over here, and Maggie's going to move along with me. Approximately 2 weeks ago, this piece of cloth, it's like a banner, okay? And this is where you run the wire through and you hang it down. This banner that says always loved, never forgotten, with 2 cardinals and no less, was found on the ground right here. It was found right here. And that has been on my mind. I mean, what are the odds? If you look around, Maggie, look how empty this space is right here. There's really nothing here. But how is it that this piece of cloth saying always loved, never forgotten, with 2 cardinals, my mom was here when this was discovered. Ironically, I saw this on the ground and my energy and my vibe said, don't pick it up, but recognize it, and that's what I did. So a lot of this video has to do with individuals like me who I believe are blessed with the ability to sense vibes, energy, and are able to read off this and know how to proceed, how to move forward, and how to know what the universe is telling us. And the purpose of this video is to say I had to make a very big decision Sunday night, and I came out here, and what I saw, what I experienced makes me believe that my father's protective aura is alive, and it's well, and it's strong. And again, it's not hearing a voice, it's not seeing the vision, it's feeling this sense of protection, or an aura, okay? So that is that. So Sunday night, I had to make this very, very big decision. And what happened was I came out here Monday night, okay? And it was dark. So imagine this, right now it's about 5 p.m., completely dark. When I came out here at 7 p.m., the gate was still open, which is rare because they always will end it they'll close the gates at about 6 p.m. But for some reason, the light was open. So what had happened was I walked down here, and then I noticed, and I didn't come here to pray to my father. I didn't come here to ask him for his blessing, but I felt called, right? So I came out here on Monday night, right? And this is when I had to make this very big decision. So what happened was I noticed that over here there was a light. And what Maggie's going to do is Maggie's going to follow me. So that's right there is the corner where the piece of cloth was found. This is the corner of a piece of foundation my father is. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk towards the light. So as I would imagine this, it was super dark at night, pitch dark. I could see some light over here, and I saw this flame. It was like a golden orange flame, and I had never seen anything like that. So I kept walking towards the light. And keep in mind, we're walking a straight line. This line is going to go through 2 trees. So this is what I did this past earlier this week. I'm walking through here. So this is the solar light that was actually flickering. It was flickering bright, bright, bright. And for me, what it told me is, I got you. Keep the flame alive. Keep the spirit alive. Don't let your fire go out. Keep in mind it's dark. And then I look down, and then I see Linda, the word Linda. Now Linda is one of my best friends in the world, and I had just bought her flowers that Sunday morning, right? That Sunday morning I bought her flowers. Keep in mind, there were 2 little Hot Wheels cars here. I love Hot Wheels. I've been collecting Hot Wheels for so many years. And then I found this little hat, Houston. Well, Linda had been in Houston New Year's Eve. So I thought to myself, this is incredible. How is it that this corner has the name of someone who I just saw Sunday, took her flowers Sunday, I see my Hot Wheels car, and this is going. So I decided I'm gonna walk back and And that was really the end of that experience. So the following day, I decided that was so surreal. I didn't take any pictures. So what I wanted to do was come back and kind of look at this area and determine like what is going on here. Now, before we go over there, I wanted to point out what happened since we're over here, what happened when I came back the following day. And this is something I did not even know, and I've been here many times over the past year. I had no idea that this is the Jewish section, Temple Time. This is the Jewish section of Mission Park. This is where you wash the stones, and then you take them over here. Some of you have probably seen this on Schindler's List. And you place it here to honor this Jewish person. Now, the following day that I came, what I discovered was Erich Haas is buried here. And Erich Haas is a Holocaust survivor from Germany. So what are the odds of a German Jew that I met Sunday and me finding this beautiful sign, this plaque, Jewish Holocaust, right in front of this area? That just blew me away. So another thing that happened is, as I was walking through this area, I was finding these red things. Now we're now going to be heading back, and this is going to be concluding in about 10 minutes. Now as I walk back, I realized, oh my God, there's a bird feeder here. Again, I've been here many times before. I don't recall seeing the bird feeder, but take a look at this. Within this triangle is the bird feeder. Now I decorated the bird feeder here. And the bird feeder goes all the way to this other area, which we will go to right now. So why is this triangle important? This triangle is important for one main reason. When I was contemplating the 2 days that I was here, in the morning, at night, and then during the day, I thought, there's a symbol here, there's a pattern here. And then it occurred to me, oh my God, this is a triangle. So this was Tuesday night that I realized there is actually a triangle here. This is point A, point B, and point C. And I had found this book, one of my father's textbooks, in my garage the other day, and I had it by the staircase. So I thought to myself, oh my God, I have a feeling that he's going to address the issue of the triangle. So what I did is I opened this book and I literally flipped through 3 to 4 pages, and on the 4th page, what do I find? A triangle. 2 triangles. And it's ironic because I'm a big fan of triangles. I love to use triangles when I'm sketching out ideas. So here is this pattern of a triangle that I find in the book, page 183, right? Theo René's big on threes. So I find this and I thought to myself, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to come out here with Maggie, and that's what we're doing right now. I went to Lowe's and I bought these pieces of metal to point out this triangle and show it to you. So this is going to be the final 2 comments in reference to that. It's something that happened to me. So as I was standing here, there was clouds here, bright clouds. And then a phone call came in. So what I did is I walked back here towards the sign. And I came out here to essentially look at the sky. For some reason, something told me I need to look at the sky. So I kept walking, and I kept moving here. came back to this exact spot when the call finished, and I looked up, and I don't know if you can see it now, but the sun is bright. Those clouds had dissipated, and all I could see was the sun. And the reason I share this with you is because I believe that what my Father's aura is telling us is, yes, my former body is over there. It's laid to rest in this vault. And I have struggled with people that look down to that burial site and address my Father, when in reality, what my Father's telling us is, that's just my decomposed body right there. That doesn't represent who I am. I was always about spirit. I was always about giving and helping others. And that spiritual protective aura is a message that I think our loved ones are trying to convey to us. That is, look up, look to the sky, look to heaven when you are in moments of despair, challenges, and so forth. And the notion of, we're going to jump here. And so this corner here is where his heart would have been, right? And I think to myself, the aura is telling us, don't talk down to the ground. It's the aura, it's this spiritual aura that's out here. So let me see if I missed anything here. So we went over the symbolism, my involvement in the Jewish community. Let's see here. Let's see if I missed anything. I hope I covered it. Maggie and I were at the library, and I was taking notes about everything. And it looks like I got everything in here. And there's so many different occurrences, situations that really don't make any sense at all. But for those of us who are tapped into the supernatural, mysticism, the other side, it's my belief that because we're so open to it, we are able to be much more sensitive to visions. We're able to be sensitive to signs, and we don't discount it. We don't say, well, oh, that's just a coincidence. Oh, that just happened. So how is it that Sunday I meet a Holocaust survivor, and it turns out that this cemetery has a Jewish section with a Holocaust survivor with a plaque next to my friend's name, a Hot Wheels car, 2 Hot Wheels cars, showing that, life is going on, life continues to move on. And the 2 cars, what I took that as, you're not alone. You have someone who has got your back. They're behind you. They have you. And the flame represents, don't let that flame go out. Don't let the fire go out. Continuously find ways to stay positive. And beyond that, find a way to look up. Look towards the sky. That is where the souls, the aura of our ancestors are. They're up in the sky. They're up with God. And it's not the most ideal thing to look down and say, this is who you are. No, he's out here. Our ancestors, our loved ones who've departed, they're out here. They're above us. They are protecting us. So that is my video for you. What I hope to do also is to make another video at night so you can see what I saw that evening. So thank you, familia. And it's almost 6 p.m. and I just wanted to share this with you. Once again, I'm not here to convince you of anything. I'm just here to share with you what I experienced. And for those of you who don't seem to be tapped in, I would encourage you to almost develop a mindset of telling the universe, I'm open to ideas. I'm open to engaging. One final note, I know I keep saying that. One of the things that I've learned is that you get more messages, you get more symbolism when you live a life of giving, supporting. And I think about people like Dio Neto, who are always out there looking to help people get jobs, improve lives. The Abeba, the Lucy. I mean, you know, all of our people, including my father, Tio Pancho, Tio Raul. You know, whether it's helping at the AT&T Center where Tio Raul and Tio Gloria used to volunteer. It's a mindset of service, and what I've seen and learned is that by having that mentality, it's almost like our ancestors, my father, the aura says, keep going, keep pushing. Okay guys, I'm glad I got through that without breaking down. I love you all. Y'all take care.